Okay, quick Freaky Friday radar update. So, 250 through opening range highs, inside day so far. Small caps, inside day so far. DAX through highs, kind of ranging now. And FTSE 100 coiling like a serpent. Let's just quickly go through these markets from the US. Transports, and I'll mute that. Transports grinding higher. Leader. Dow bumping against all-time highs, closing just shy. Double top, they all shout. S&P new closing all-time highs in the history of the world. This little line here is the swing point we put in. If you look at the zone alarm I posted on Twitter, it posted on, I think, the exact low. It was in the zone alarm area for a couple of days. So go figure, all markets, all bullish markets I follow, we're in the pullback zone, waiting for the strongest market to hit that area. Is usually where the pullback ends. There will be whipsaws. Hashtag. Nasdaq grinding higher. Russell just been going sideways for forever and a day. Markets consolidate through time or price. The Russell, do you remember the common consensus on the Russell from all these media experts out there is that the Russell is the laggard? Well, the Russell has just gone sideways after a 60% move plus off the lows. This is the monthly Russell chart. This is the weekly. This is the daily. So, at this point in time, there is no weakness in that market. It's just going sideways. Doesn't mean there won't be weakness in the future either. Nobody knows. The quicker you admit that you don't know what the markets are going to do, the quicker you will be able to just manage your winners, cut your losers, and compound a portfolio over time. The trend model is always right. Just shows me how bullish the market is for this point in time. And the DAX, not exactly walking hand in hand with the transports, is it? But it's doing fine. FTSE 100 coiling at all time 52-week highs. Sorry, it's the last one to sort of get in line. 250 still in that pullback area. Small cap still in that pullback area. So a bit of a feeling in my own portfolio is that my portfolio's kind of been sleeping. It's been a grind, but it hasn't been falling. A little bit of normal volatility. So we've gone through this whole period as the market's been digesting, correcting in the weaker markets. We've gone through this whole period, and the drawdown for my portfolio was a maximum of just over 4%. I'll just show you where my portfolio is now, because it's as if we get back to highs and we wake the whack-a-moles up. I'm minus 2% off all-time highs in the history of the world. The index trend model, ignore this because it's higher than that. I haven't updated it on this one here. I have to manually input it. 74% invested. This red section here is when I'm on margin. I'm 74% invested. To go on margin, everything's got to be working fantastically well. I do use margin, but going on margin meaning I'm 100% invested and I'm borrowing money. That's a different thing. That's the red area. Anyway, 74% invested. I've got a couple of swing entries on in the background, so I'm actually probably 80% invested. Lots of add points sat in the market for me if they trigger. Sorry, a message just came up on the screen. Actual heat, obviously I'm locking heat. So in our terms, I'm 3R off all-time highs. So move on from that. Let's just go and have a look in today's volume leaders. I thought we were going to get an all-time high yesterday. It wouldn't take much. It really wouldn't take much. It just would take one of those days where, you know, the market wants to move small to mid cap stocks and they all come to life. At the moment, it hasn't been a market like that this week. It's been kind of slow this week. But, you know, nothing bad, just slow. Small caps and 250 charts kind of telling that story is what I'm trying to get across here, you know. Not seeing them in the end of day screens start to emerge yet either. I know a lot of people usually call for a market correction around this time of year and then a run up towards Christmas. I totally ignore seasonals because I have to be invested in the market. So I just trade what's in front of me. Whether that happens or not, nobody knows. I certainly can't be managing trades around things like that. So let's just jump straight into the volume leaders and see what's in there today. It's 10:06. We should have traded 24% to be on average volume. That will be about 36, 37 to be on conviction. 24%. It's usually a kind of slow day on a Friday. Ultra got bought out. Investment trusts melting higher. Dignity. So we've talked about this one as well. We've had it on the swing screens quite a few times. It's a return to profit, pre-tax profits, a return to growth. Turnover's still down, which is ironic, isn't it? For Dignity in a year after. I suppose last year was the year where it was up. So yeah, we've had it in the swing screens. I'm actually just going to go through a few time frames here. This is a 3-day swing point, 3-day swing day yesterday. This was a 2-day swing day, and obviously we're into the 1 day. And if we look on a weekly, you know, we're putting a weekly swing bar in as well. So, you know, easy to get reward to risk on something like that. It's not what I trade towards. You know, I try and load my account in growth stocks. Well, even if it swings, I still veer towards the ones with the best growth. And recovery ones, they can set up really nice for us sometimes, but you know, there's a huge pool of stocks out there. It's not a case of trying to find ideas every minute of every day. It's a case of just let the best ideas come to me. 24%, I think I said. Was that right? Yep. Not that anyone's going to answer me. So through the small caps, yeah, it's not a bad day in the small caps. There's a few moving. I will same again. I will just note again we see industrial, metals and mining minnows hitting the screens. Does that mean they're going to have a good run? You know, come back at me with that in 6 to 8 months time, and the future will tell. It's just, I'm just noting we are seeing them at the moment. So obviously ASA's return to pre-tax profit. No, sorry, return to growth. A big tick up in pre-tax on that one. No, it's not. Yeah, it is, but it got axed last year, so moving on from there. No opinion. ACP. So we're getting a lot of minnows in here and blue sky sort of stocks. We've been seeing them for a few weeks now. Do not chase. Know what you want to buy, where reward to risk exists, and execute the plan rather than chasing everyone else's sort of plan, is my advice. Daily Mail and General Trust, obviously, that one's been bid on. Has it been bid on? I think so. NSCI, Falcon Oil. So we're into the oil minnows now. High five to Sean and all the rest of those who are riding this one as well. It's we did a little bit of a case study on that last night, didn't we? Turn. Good to me in the past. Full on POS. Put your cowboy hat on. Lord Group. That is it a distribution company? I know I was updated on that. I can't remember now, but I think I was asked about that a couple of days ago as well. Okay, I will leave it there. We'll see what hits the end of day screens today. It's been a quiet week, but it's been a positive week so far. Be nice for the US to sort of wake the markets up a bit, wouldn't it, this afternoon? Okay.